Hey, good evening. Today is June 23rd? I believe, yeah, June 23rd. Anyway, I just jumped on here real quick because something has really been in my spirit. And it's when people say you don't look like what you've been through. Well, you tell me what I've been through, and then I can tell you what it looks like. If it's cancer, it has no look. It's what it does on the inside. So, although some people they look all sad and and I get it, but then for me, I'm not gonna show you what I've been through because I had to handle it. I had to handle it the way I knew how, with God by my side. And after watching my mother go through it, she was my strength. I saw her fight to the bitter end. And guess what? She didn't look like what she went through either. So please stop saying to people when they have gone through something, and especially a terminal illness or an illness, or that you don't look like what you've been through, because you don't know what they've been through internally, emotionally. Outside appearances don't give an indication what the inside has gone through. Now, another thing that's been on my mind. For all the people who say you're cancer free, you're not free. You're in remission. I take cancer as being in remission is like the parole officer for those who have been in jail. And you understand when the parole officer comes and you don't report, you're in trouble. So sometimes I look at cancer like that, as the parole officer. You don't take care of yourself, you don't take the medicine, you don't do what you're supposed to do. Then the parole officer comes knocking at the door, and then you get this sad news that you're not in remission anymore. So for those who do have cancer or in remission, please, you're not free. Please get the terminology right. I'm sure there is a cure for cancer, but we will never know because it'll be years before they say, oh, we have a cure for cancer. So don't take it lightly that you're free, because you're not. Just say, I'm in remission, and if they don't understand, you can explain it to them that means that there is no sign of the disease, which is NED. No evidence of the disease. That's what the NED stands for. No evidence of disease. It doesn't say cancer free. No evidence of the disease. That was another thing that I wanted to say, because it bothers me when the doctor never tells you that you're cancer free. He says you're in remission, but you take it another way and think you're free. You have to listen. You have to do your own research for things that you're going through. Seriously, because you'll give the misconception that you're cured when you say you're cancer free, and everybody will think that, oh, it's curable when it's not. That's why I'm telling you, use correct terminology. To get your point across, use it the right way. Tell it the right way. Tell the story as it is. Okay? Please. I beg of you. All right? That's all I got on here for. I will be coming back with some podcasts. I just had a conversation with my son, and creating content is hard. Okay? Because first you got to get the people on here. At times, I like the guests on here, but then I have to get on here. And I will say one thing. I am a survivor of breast cancer, but sometimes I just don't feel the need to constantly talk about what I'm going through. I like to hear what other people are going through because I'm sure my type of breast cancer is completely different from what other people are going, their type of breast cancer or any other cancer. And since breast cancer, I mean, I have this mission to learn more about cancer itself, not just breast cancer, which it is the number one for women and black women especially. And that's another thing that really troubles me. Why is it all of these diseases, black people are the less disparaged when it comes to getting help? Because of health insurance. Health insurance is the thing. We can't get it. If we can get it, we're not going to get the good one. I think we should be equal, and whatever everybody else has, we should be able to get it too. We should be able to get that same help. And to get it, we all need to get some insurance. I know a lot of insurances don't cover everything. Because nowadays, this is how insurance works, at least mine. I pay 10% of it before they cover any of the rest of the insurance, which is jacked up. Before, you never had to pay anything. They just covered it, and that was good. So if you don't have any insurance, try, even if you don't have cancer or any illnesses, try your best to get some kind of insurance. I know that you can do some research because everybody can get on Facebook and tell stories, tell lies, and this and that. And yes, I'm saying they tell lies because half of the stuff is made up. It's not real. You get on all social media platforms. We can make up stories about anything. Anything. It's not real. You know? So then I have this other thing. Ladies, you're beautiful. You don't need the breasts done, the BBLs done. Let us see your natural beauty. Because we're beautiful. We are beautiful. We don't need to do all those other things to enhance our looks. We just need to come out as we are. You know, come out as you are. I know you want a bigger butt and bigger breasts. Me, I don't want a bigger butt. The breasts, I'm fine with, you know, as long as you're comfortable with yourself. You don't have to have the hair and all of that stuff to make you beautiful. You're beautiful the way God made you. It's just a matter of you looking in the mirror and seeing the beauty that lives inside of you. You're beautiful. God made you that way. There is no need for us to be different than what we are. And especially black women. You have hair that God gave you. And I understand that we all like perms. I did too back in the day. Until I saw what perms can do to the hair. As you see, I am not bald just from from breast cancer. I am bald because I did things to my hair. I put braids in my hair. I put perms in my hair. Back in my day, we had this product called Ultra Sheen. And Ultra Sheen would make your hair bone straight. So, yeah. And you didn't even have to go to the beauty parlor to do it. You could do it yourself. Buy the package in the store. Buy it. Came with everything. And you just do it yourself. Okay? But in the end, you pay. You gotta pay. The weaves, you gotta pay. You know, the glue-ins, you will pay. So I suggest we all try to go natural and let everybody see the beauty that's there without the makeup, without the eyelashes. Let's just see your beauty. And yes, no, I don't have on makeup. I just do my eyes and my eyebrows because I have no eyebrows. And before I even had breast cancer, I've always done my eyes. So this is nothing new to me. But I just wanted to hop on here real quick and share my thoughts about those things. But I do have another thing that does strike a chord with me, and that's AI. So I said I had a little bit, but AI. I've been having this conversation frequently about AI, especially when you're talking. I want to tell you, I had that Google, and the Google, you talk to it, she answers, but it seemed like she was listening. So one day I went upstairs and I have Alexa. And I'm on the phone having a conversation, and I noticed Alexa is just lighting up as though she's listening to this conversation that on my part and the other person's part because they want to speak them. So I said, you know what? I'm going to unplug Google and I'm going to mute Alexa because for some reason it's as though my voice is being collected, even though it's probably being collected when you talk to the phone. The voice is being collected, and I'm trying to figure out, what do they do with these voices? It's going somewhere. It is definitely going somewhere. And then, you could use AI. It'll write for you. If you ask it a question or if you put something in there, it will give you a description or a summary of exactly what you want. And I did that before, and I said, you know what? If I do that, I'm not using my brain and my imagination to write. I'm dependent on this AI to do it all for me. So I said, I can't do that. And then you have the kids. They'll be doing it too. So when do we use our brain? We don't. We depend upon AI to do it all. So I suggest we just take a break from AI if you've ever used it, because AI can generate pictures and everything. And I thought that was a good idea at first, to generate pictures for my podcast and everything. But then I said, those pictures didn't come out the way I wanted to, so I have to learn to do it myself. So those are the few things that I wanted to discuss. I'm going to go, and I will be coming back. I'll be doing a blog. I'll do a blog, and usually I take my blogs and I make them into podcasts. It depends how I'm feeling. This time, this is going to be a podcast that I just wanted to come on here and talk randomly about things. Things that I had on my mind. That was it. So if you don't know who I am, I will tell you. I am your host of The Unexpected Detour, and my name is Frances Hammond. If you have not purchased the book, Alopecia or Cancer, this is me. I have a few copies left, and you can go to my website, theunexpecteddetour.net, go to the store, and there are 12 copies left there. It's a very, very encouraging book, and it's not because I'm in it, but if you had cancer, you're dealing with alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease, from the people who have read it, it has really enlightened them, and they enjoyed it. They have a few takeaways from it. They learned from it. So do yourself a favor and get some knowledge in your head and learn about something. And then you'll learn about my journey with breast cancer, as well as somebody's journey with multiple myeloma, and then 2 people who have alopecia and how they managed it. And trust me, having alopecia was horrible. I mean, it was really horrible. And I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to go, because I'm so vain, and I used to love to look in the mirror. When my hair started to come out from alopecia, I was devastated because I was in denial. But I noticed that all the hairline here, it was disappearing. And then what I would do was I would wrap like a scarf around here. And I recall a friend, she was like, do you know that wrapping that scarf around your head is only making it worse because you're pulling it back and it's already gone. So, you know, it's already damaged. So it was traction. You're putting a scarf on here to pull back whatever's here, what little pieces are there, and that wasn't helping because you're putting a scarf on your head. It's probably eating the roots out or the hair follicles out. So, you know, anyway, I'm not a doctor when it comes to that, but if you have it, and I know a lot of women that do have it, who are definitely in denial, and they'll put those braids and those weaves and those dreads in places where they just need to go and take care of it and stop being in denial, or they put scarves on it to cover it up. If it's gone, it's gone. We've already did the damage. You'd be surprised at the hairstyles that have done damage to our hair. Damage. Braids for sure. Flat twist. I don't know if you're familiar with the flat twist. And in order to have the flat twist, you had to have a perm. So it would lay flat, and they just stick that gel in there, and that was it. I had them too. If I would have known, I would have never done that, because you had to put a perm in your hair. Then I had the weaves. Oh, they were tight. They would pull my hair, and they would get every little edge of hair and sew it. And the braiding, the same thing. I mean, those things were tight. Really, really tight. So it was time, let me see. I didn't let it go. I let it grow. But then it would grow here, but it still has spaces here. It wasn't until that chemo that it came out. And yes, it did grow back after chemo, but then it came back out after medicine. So that's another thing. Some medicines will take out the hair as well. You just got to do your research. Do your research, do your due diligence. If you're a woman or a man, check the boobs, take care of the body. The body can tell you when there's something wrong. So pay attention to the signs. The signs are important. Okay? I'm just giving you a heads up. And I forgot. My podcast is called The Unexpected Detour with a Heart. You go back on there and you'll hear some stories. You'll see some people who have told their stories with me. And I was blessed. Anyway, I'm going to be signing out. And I will come back with something. My mind is always going. So I'm going to come back, let me see, next month. And I'll start my podcast again. With that being said, have a good rest of your week. Stay cool. If it's hot, drink water. Stay hydrated. And be blessed.